Every day, usually in the morning, sometime between 5 and 11 a.m., we release our Central Indiana Scoreboard Show. It's our flagship podcast and similar to ESPN Radio Sports Center, but focuses on the Pacers, Colts, IndyCar, IU, Purdue, Ball State, Butler, the Indiana Fever, and of course, the best high school sports coverage in Central Indiana. Please join us for your daily audio sports section. You are listening to the Central Indiana Sports Report podcast number 288.4, our baseball regional preview show, where we go over all 32 regionals in Indiana and spotlight the regionals at Kokomo, Oak Hill, Logansport, Mitchell, Center Grove, Lafayette, Jeff, Jasper, Mooresville, and Madison.
You're listening to the Central Indiana Sports Report with your host, Greg Mengelt.
Welcome, baseball fans, to the Central Indiana Sports Report and our baseball regional preview show. Today is Friday, June 6, 2025. I'm your host, Greg Mengelt, podcasting today from headquarters in Jeffersonville. Producer Susie is in the control room. Coming up, we have previews of all 32 regionals across the great state of Indiana, with a deeper look at regionals involving our local sectional champions: Oak Hill, Lapel, Western, Delta, Anderson Prep, Clinton Prairie University, Greenfield-Central, Westfield, Guerin Catholic, New Palestine, Shenandoah, and Northfield. But before we get to that, I'm going to ask you to please go to our YouTube page and subscribe. We could really use your help spreading the word about the Central Indiana Sports Report. Subscribing to our YouTube page would help. It's kind of become our hub of our podcast, and we're going to start adding video to our podcast very soon. So please go subscribe to our YouTube page. Also, we'll have a baseball regional scoreboard for you on Sunday, as well as a softball semi-state scoreboard show and state finals scoreboard shows for girls tennis and girls track and field. And we'll also have a boys track and field final scoreboard for you on Saturday afternoon, maybe evening. Plus continued coverage of your Indiana Pacers and so much more. Again, please go to our YouTube page and subscribe. You might regret it, but I doubt it. We are going to start in Class 4A in the north and go 3A, 2A, then Class A, starting in the north in each class. 2A in the north, it's 21-9 Westfield against 20-7 Harrison at Lafayette's Loeb Stadium. Westfield is the defending regional champion. Harrison's last regional championship came in 1998. Westfield has won 9 of its last 10 games and beat number 12 Carmel and number 4 Fishers in the sectional. Luke Collinsworth threw a no-hitter with 11 strikeouts against Carmel in the semifinals, his first complete game shutout of the season. Junior Jordan Beck is batting .345 with 10 doubles, 27 RBIs, and 16 runs for the Shamrocks. Harrison beat Kokomo in 9 innings in the sectional semifinal, then beat McCutcheon in the sectional championship on Monday. Their last 4 wins have come at Cathedral, at Westfield, at Kokomo, and against rival McCutcheon. At Carroll in the suburbs of Fort Wayne, it's a battle of Fort Wayne and a battle of football rivals in 23-6 and 6th ranked Homestead against 23-6 and 13th ranked Snyder. Homestead has won the regional the last 2 seasons. Snyder's last regional championship came in 2009 when they won their second state championship in 4 years. That game is at 3 o'clock and again is played at Fort Wayne Carroll. At Griffith's U.S. Steel Yard, it's 22-5 and 8th ranked Valparaiso against 27-4 and 3rd ranked Crown Point. Crown Point has won 9 regional championships, but their last one came in 2011, and Valpo, surprisingly, has never won a regional championship. That game is at 1 o'clock again in Griffith. And at Northwood at 1 o'clock, it's 11 and 13 Goshen against 28 and 1 and top-ranked Penn. Goshen's last regional championship came in 1981. It's hard to imagine that drought's going to come to an end. They play a Kingsman team that has won the regional 2 of the last 3 years and looks like a heavy favorite to win it again this year. Class 4A in the South, it's 15 and 14 Greenfield-Central, a team that is, of course, much better than its record, against 18 and 9 North Central, which won just its second sectional championship of this century by beating Lawrence North 5-4 in 9 innings, then Lawrence North 8-5, both games on Monday. Greenfield-Central beat Muncie Central 5-0, Mount Vernon 7-1, then upset Pendleton Heights 1-0 behind a strong start from Gavin Marcus and 2 shutout innings in relief from Brady Martin and Parker Rhodes. Rhodes is 4-2 on the season and was third in the Hoosier Heritage Conference with a 1.40 ERA and was second in the conference with 78 strikeouts. Jacob Welch leads Greenfield-Central with 24 runs scored and scored the only run in the championship game. At 3 o'clock at Center Grove, the host Trojans, who are 25 and 4 and ranked second in the state, take on 17 and 8 and rival Brownsburg. Brownsburg has won 6 regional championships all time, including one just 2 years ago. The Bulldogs were the 2005 state champions. Center Grove has won 7 regional championships, including one 2 years ago. 11 a.m. at Southridge's amazing league stadium. If you've never been there, put it on your bucket list. It's 17 and 9 Franklin against 18 and 8 Terre Haute North. Franklin has only won 1 regional championship in program history. That was in 1995. Terre Haute North is a 13-time regional champion, the last one coming 14 years ago. They won a state championship in 1974. At noon at Bosse Field in Evansville, another spectacular stadium. If you're a baseball stadium person, both of those fields, by the way, made an appearance in the movie A League of Their Own. Fantastic fields. It's 22 and 8 Evansville North, as I digress, against 19 and 7 Seymour. North's last regional championship came in 2005. Seymour's in 1991, 3 years after they won their only state championship. There are a lot of unranked teams in the Class 3A regionals on Saturday. It's a matchup of 2 of the Central Indiana Sports Report's favorites, 21 and 9 Delta against 26 and 4 Western. Delta is the reigning regional championship, the program's 6th last season. Western is ranked 8th in the state. Their last regional championship came in 2016. They were the 2012 state champions. Delta shut out Connorsville 7-0, Jay County 10-0, and Hamilton Heights 13-0 for back-to-back sectional championships. In the sectional, Zane climbed through 10 innings of shutout baseball, giving up just 3 hits. He struck out 22 and walked just 2. Cabe Stebbins threw a complete game 4 hitter with 7 strikeouts and no walks against Jay County, and Maddox Huffman threw 2 perfect innings in relief of Klein. Western has won 7 straight games, outscoring their opponents 56-16 during that streak. They shut out West Lafayette in the first round and Peru in the championship, sandwiched around a dramatic 10-9 win over rival Northwestern, in which the Panthers withstood a 7-run 7th inning from the Tigers. Ryan Rodman is Western's hitting star. He's batting .443. His on-base percentage is .494. His slugging percentage is .979, and his OPS 1.223. He has 26 RBIs and has scored 20 runs, and has 4 RBIs in his final season in Rushville. 11 o'clock at Fort Wayne Carroll. It is 17 and 11 Norwell against 23 and 8 Dwenger. Norwell has won 2 regional championships in the last 4 years. and won state titles in 2003, 2007, and 2013. Dwenger won its first regional championship in 10 years last year. In the late game, 5 o'clock at Northwood, it's 21-9 and defending Class 3A champion New Prairie against 19-12 Northwood. Of course, New Prairie won a regional championship last year. The Panthers' last regional title came in 2017. And 5 o'clock at Griffith at U.S. Steel Yard, it's top-ranked Andrean against 17-13 Highland. Andrean is a 16-time regional champion, including 2 of the last 3 years. The 59ers have won 8 state championships. Highland's last regional title came in 1999. Class 3A in the South, it's 23-3 New Palestine against 21-4 Cascade. New Palestine is ranked 3rd in the state. The Dragons won regionals the last 2 years and were the 2004 state champions. Cascade has never won a regional. First pitch is 3 o'clock at Mooresville. New Pal has won 9 games in a row, including a 10-3 win over number 2 Roncalli in Monday's sectional championship at New Pal. The Dragons broke a 3-3 tie with 3 runs in the 6th, then added 4 more in the 7th for their 23rd win of the year. Liam Atkinson hit his first home run of the season in the sectional championship. Good timing. Jacob Morris was second in the HHC this season with a .432 batting average. Rig Mahurin has 31 RBIs this season and an 1.57 ERA on the mound. 3 o'clock at Jasper, it's 17-12 Guerin Catholic against 20-9 and 15-time regional champion Cathedral. Guerin Catholic won its first sectional championship ever with a 10-1 win over Crawfordsville. 9th-ranked Cathedral is a 3-time state champion. The Golden Eagles have won 7 in a row, outscoring their opponents 63-14 in those 7 games. Ian Taylor was 2 for 4 with a double, a triple, 2 runs, and 2 RBIs in the championship game win over Crawfordsville. Ben Canada was 2 for 3 with a double, 2 runs scored, and an RBI. Canada is Guerin's most feared batter with 6 home runs, 28 RBIs, and a .738 slugging percentage this season. Carson Smith led the Circle City Conference with 37 runs scored. Connor Christensen hit a double and a triple and drove in 2, and Ethan Dorsey allowed just 1 earned run on 6 hits in Cathedral's 4-2 win over Chittard in the championship game at Chittard. At 1 o'clock at Madison, it's 17-5 Scottsburg against 17-7 Greensburg. One of these teams is going to end a regional drought. Scottsburg has never won one. The Pirates last won a regional in 2012. And at 11 o'clock at Jasper, it is 10-17 Evansville Central against 24-6 and 7th-ranked Jasper. The Central Bears last won a regional championship in 2016. Jasper has won 26 regional championships, but the last one came in 2021 when they won their 6th state championship. We move to Class 2A in the North, where it's 27-2 and top-ranked Lapel will take on Wapahani. Lapel has not won a regional championship since 2006. Wapahani has won 8 regionals, most recently in 2022. The Raiders won a state championship in 2014. First pitch is scheduled for 6 p.m. at Kokomo's Municipal Stadium. Lapel's only losses this year have come to Hamilton Southeastern back in April, and Hagerstown 1-0 on May 22nd. The Bulldogs are 5-0 against teams playing in regionals on Saturday. Lapel beat Elwood 21-0 and Tipton 7-1 to win their first regional championship in 10 years. Camden Novak has scored 50 runs and scored 32 bases this year. That is my kind of baseball player. Kai Newman ranks 4th in the state and 2nd in Class 2A with 108 strikeouts. Wapahani started the season 1-3 with losses to 4A teams that are playing this weekend. They're 17-5 since and 5-1 since a 3-game losing streak in mid-May. Wapahani shut out Blackford and Eastbrook in the sectional with strong pitching performance from Cason Purdue, who threw a no-hitter against Blackford, and Nate Luce, who tossed a 3-hit shutout and a 4-0 win against Eastbrook on Monday. The Raiders are led by a couple of basketball stars in Luce, who has a 1.66 ERA, and Eli Andrews, who is batting .400 with 30 RBIs and 23 runs scored. At 3 o'clock at Oak Hill, it's 25-5 and second-ranked Central Catholic at 19-9 Oak Hill. Central Catholic has won 17 regional championships, all in the last 24 years, including the last 3 years, and a record 9 state championships. Oak Hill's last regional championship came in 2006. Oak Hill beat Cass 15-10 and 5th-ranked Eastern 10-1 to win the program's first sectional title since 2006. Landon Watts scored twice and drove in 3 runs, and Emmett Dorothy allowed just 1 run on 4 hits in Monday's win over the Comets. The Golden Eagles are led offensively by Tanner Boswell, Noah Thompson, and Ryan Lawson. Combined, they've scored 83 runs and driven in 69. That's some production. Central Catholic is 9-0 since May 10th and ran through Rensselaer Central, Benton Central, and Delphi to win the program's 21st sectional championship. Right before Oak Hill and Central Catholic, at Oak Hill at 11 a.m., it's 16-9 Adams Central against 14-11 Westview. Adams Central's last regional title came in 2013. Westview is the 2-time defending regional champion. And at 11 a.m. at LaPorte, it's 22-7 Jimtown against 22-6 Boone Grove. Jimtown is ranked 15th. Boone Grove is ranked 6th. The Jimmy's only regional championship came in 1999. Boone Grove's last regional came in 2018 when they won the Class 2A state championship. Class 2A in the South, it's 19-11 University against 18-5 Greencastle. University's won 3 regional championships, 2018, 2019, and 2021. Greensburg is the reigning regional champion. First pitch is at 11 a.m. at Mitchell. The Blazers have won 8 of 9, including an 8-inning, 1-0 win over host Park Tudor in Monday's sectional championship. Luke Stocker threw a complete game 2-hit shutout to improve to 5-4 on the year. His ERA is 2.09. Ryan Castetter drove in the game's only run, his 21st RBI of the year. He has a 1.417 OPS on the season. Greencastle has scored 116 runs in its last 12 games and are 12-2 in those games. They beat Park Heritage 8-5 in Monday's sectional title game. 11 a.m. at Madison, it's 21-4 Shenandoah against 20-5 Triton Central. The 7th-ranked Raiders' only regional championships came in 1985 and 1987. Triton Central's only regional title was in 2003. Shenandoah won its 6th straight and 14th of its last 15 games by beating Centerville 9-8 in 8 innings in the semifinals, and number 7 Hagerstown 6-2 in Monday's sectional championship game. All-State senior and junior star Drew Fredenberg homered back-to-back in Monday's win. Ozenbaugh is batting .521 and Fredenberg .438 with a combined 13 home runs, 90 runs scored, and 73 RBIs. Oh, they're also the team's top 2 pitchers. Combined, they are 13-1 on the year. The Tigers blew out Irvington Prep and Cecina by a combined 34-6 before edging Heritage Christian 6-5 in the sectional championship on Monday. Bryce Haney is batting .476 and drove in 2 runs, and Nick Riggins is batting .427 on the season and hit his 2nd home run of the year in Monday's win. 11 a.m. at Floyd Central, it's 14-7 and defending 2A champion Providence against 14-12 Switzerland County. Providence is the reigning regional champion and the state champions in 2016, 2021 and last year. The Switzerland County Pacers have never won a regional championship, but because they're called the Pacers, I'm going to say go Pacers. 10 a.m. at Bosse Field, it's 20-7 and third-ranked Evansville Mater Dei against 26-5 and 2024 Class A state champion Bar Reeve. Third-ranked Mater Dei last won a regional in 2014 and won a state championship in 1999. The fourth-ranked Vikings have won regionals the last 2 years. Of course, those were in Class A. Class A in the north, it's 20-7 and fourth-ranked Clinton Prairie against 18-9 and 11th-ranked Riverton Park at 11 a.m. at Lafayette's Loeb Stadium. Clinton Prairie has never won a regional championship. Riverton Park last won one in 2003. The Gophers upset number 2 Rossville 12-10, then beat rival Clinton Prairie 13-3 in Monday's sectional championship for the program's first sectional title since 1993. Dylan Thomas was 5 for 7 with 6 RBIs in the sectional for the Gophers. Caden Robinson is 8-0 this year with a 1.54 ERA with 41 strikeouts to 15 walks in his junior season. Riverton Park won its 11th sectional championship Monday with a 2-1 win over Fountain Central, its first sectional championship since 2021. Panther pitching allowed just 1 run in 3 games in the sectional. They have a season team ERA of 2.70. It'll be 14-16 Northfield against 12-11 Union City, 3 o'clock at Kokomo's Municipal Stadium. Northfield has won 5 regionals previously, most recently in 2018. They were 2001 and 2012 state champions. Union City won its first regional championship ever last year. Northfield scored 26 runs in 3 games in their first sectional championship in 7 years. They beat Cowan 10-9 in the sectional championship behind Ty Lemming's 3 RBIs and Branson Hazlett's 3 doubles. Junior Corbin Halpert is batting .422 with a .528 on-base percentage for the Norse. Braden Huggins leads Union City, which has won back-to-back sectional titles after Monday's 23-0 win over Seton Catholic. Huggins was 3 for 3 with a double, 2 RBIs, and a run scored in that win. 3 o'clock at Logansport, it's 12-8 Canterbury against 20-9 Triton. Canterbury's looking for its regional championship since 2009. Triton, its first regional title since 2001. And 3 o'clock at LaPorte, it's number 1 Couts, which is 24-6, against 16th ranked Tri-County, which is 16-6 on the year. Couts' only regional championship came in 1998. Tri-County has won 3 regional championships every year from 1998 to 2000, and they won the state championship in 1998. And Class A in the South, it's 4-15 Anderson Prep against 17-10 Indianapolis Lutheran. Prep has never won a regional. In fact, they just won their first sectional ever. Lutheran won its second regional championship last year. APA came into the postseason with just 1 win, then outscored their sectional opponents 39-7 for the program's first sectional title. Christian Moore was the star of the sectional championship and is the star of the offense, batting .435 this season. Lutheran won its 16th sectional championship with a 21-0 win over Eminence. Sam Strader is 3-0 with a 2.36 ERA this season for the Saints. He has struck out 39 and walked just 8 this season. 2 o'clock at Mitchell, it's 23-4 and third-ranked Knightstown against 19-3 and 6th-ranked Hauser. Knightstown is the defending regional champion. The Jets haven't won one since 2007. 3 o'clock at Floyd Central, it's number 11 Northeast Du Bois, which is 20-8, against number 8 West Washington, which is 20-3. Northeast Du Bois' last regional championship came 18 years ago. West Washington has never won one. And at 3 o'clock at League Stadium at Southridge, It's 17-6 Reveille against 15-7 Shakamak. Reveille has won 3 regional championships, the last one coming in 2014. Shakamak has one of the best baseball programs in Indiana history. They've won 16 regional championships, including 4 straight. They were state champions in 2008 and 2014, with a tradition going back at least to the 50s. So the games at Kokomo Municipal Stadium are Northfield against Union City at 11 and Lapel against Wapahani at 3. The games at Oak Hill are Adams Central against Westview at 11. Then it's Lafayette Central Catholic at Oak Hill at 3. At Logansport, it's Delta against Western at 11 and Canterbury against Triton at 3. At Mitchell University in Greencastle, first pitches at 11. Knightstown versus Hauser at 2. At Center Grove, it's Greenfield-Central against North Central at 11 and Center Grove against Brownsburg at 3. At Loeb Stadium in Lafayette, it's Clinton Prairie against Riverton Park at 11 and Westfield against Harrison at 3. At Jasper, it's Evansville Central and Jasper at 11. Guerin and Cathedral at 3. Mooresville, APA takes on Lutheran at 11. New Powell against Cascade at 3. And at Madison, it's Shenandoah against Triton Central at 11. Scottsburg against Greensburg at 1. Thank you so much for listening. Always appreciate it. Don't forget, we will have a baseball regional scoreboard show for you sometime on Sunday. And of course, we'll have the results as we do every single day on the Central Indiana Scoreboard Show. Again, we release that every day, usually in the morning, sometime between 5 and 11 a.m. Unless I decide to sleep in, then it could be sometime in the afternoon. Please help us out by spreading the word about the Central Indiana Sports Report. Please share this with your friends and family. If you are willing to help, we accept. Central Indiana Sports Report is a product of ITG Media. And I love Susie.